Okay, so we're going to go through the top renovations for your house that's also going to be beneficial in a resale as well as, of course, just your actual living. We're going to go through those today, but first, I'd love to introduce myself, Savannah Shepherd. I'm the broker of Sell State Vision Realty, and as I always say, if you know anyone looking to sell their house, buy a home, start their investment journey, or start working in real estate, I would love the opportunity to talk with them. As you guys know, I say up with these lives, if you comment below, message me, anything like that, you can reach me without a problem. So let's dive into the best rooms to renovate in your house for resale and living purposes. Now, this is really neat. I'm going to show you two different things. I have four of the best rooms in your house. So we're going to go through those. However, once I'm done, I'm going to show you how that's changed or shifted in 2021 with a lot more people staying at home, working from home, and things of that nature. So I found that quite interesting. So let's go into it. So, number one, top four. The very first one, you guys could probably guess if it was a live audience, I would ask you. It is the kitchen. That is number one top priority. Generally, when you walk in the front door, you can see the kitchen. You want it to be nice, open, airy, large, and that is just extremely important. So if you're going to start doing updates, very first thing, go for the kitchen. Now, on that note, that doesn't have to be, I understand doing a kitchen, yeah, it's about $25,000, whichever way you shape it. It's going to be expensive renovation. However, there's some things you can do if you're looking to sell your house or you're living in it and you're just tired of looking at the same scenery. There's things you can do, i.e., paint the cabinets you already have, or take the tops off the cabinets and replace the very tops of the cabinets when you open them. There's things like that. Change all the knobs out. Change your countertops out. Paint, of course. Open it up. Take a wall down. There's things you can do that aren't extremely, large. They're going to kill the budget, but also it will give it a nice facelift to look very nice for the kitchen. That is a huge one. Kitchen is by far number one. Number two is bathrooms. Now, the master bathroom is actually not on the very top list. It's going to be your guest bathroom. I think a lot of us, when we purchase a house, we think, oh, if it's the master bedroom and master bathroom, if that's not updated, I can do that. No one sees it. But when I have guests, I want the guest bathroom to be updated. And that is very high on the priority list of renovations for your house. So, guest bathroom, again, simple things. It doesn't have to be outrageous. A lot of times you can take what you already have and give it a nice facelift. If you have flooring, you might want to replace your floors, or if you don't go to replace them, cleaning them very good. If you have tile, get the grout clean. Paint, always paint with light colors, nothing dark, at least not if you want to sell it. Nothing dark. You want light colors, make it bright, airy, change the fixtures out, things of that nature. Add a few decor pieces, and you can give it a real nice facelift for a low price. So, kitchen, bathrooms, number three, and I would say very important, is the living room. Now, in Florida, I know it's like our living room is kind of on our back lanai, and we're kind of all over the place because we mostly live in our lanais. Surprisingly, that wasn't on my list when I was researching. It did not come on my list, but that's kind of a personal preference, is the outdoor space. However, the living room, the biggest thing there is making it bright, open, and large. So you want to have a nice access to your living room. A lot of what I was reading and studying in preparation for this video, as well as I can just tell you from showing houses with my clients, they want it to be nice and open, bright, light color, things of that nature is really big in the living room, and having a nice defined space for a living room. If I'm selling a house that maybe a little bit of an odd floor plan or like an L shape for a living room, something that it's just hard to imagine what it would look like, I stage it. So you want to have a nice defined living room space, and if it's not very defined and you're going to sell, make sure you leave some furniture in there, get it staged, something of that nature. And then, like I said, light colors make it nice, bright, airy, and spacious is what they want. Now, number four actually is quite interesting, and it's storage. Doesn't surprise me because we live in Florida. We don't have basements. I mean, yeah, we have attics, but they're 200 degrees. So go ahead and store your pictures up there. Not going to work out too well. So storage is a big one. There is not a lot of storage. So it's finding some storage that can help accommodate that issue, but also, not be an obstruct your view for the house itself. So maybe it is finishing off the attic. Maybe it's adding an attic fan. That's easy enough, putting your plywood down. That way you can use that as storage and advertise it as storage. There's different options. Have a nice shed out back. Even on your lanai, I'm thinking of my own property. I have a whole bunch of storage on my lanai. That might be an option, adding something of that nature, but just having storage. And I will say that is constantly an issue with our Florida houses because our attics are 200 degrees, and then we don't have basements because we live on sand. So it's definitely an issue, hence why you're seeing all these storage units come up because people are renting them out because they have no place to put their stuff. So yeah, that's a good one. If you can find a place, if you can add storage, make it nice and accessible, that's a huge one to help sell your house. And I would say it's going to help you while you live there as well. So those are the top four. Later on in the list comes the master bedroom, the master bathroom, and then of course just your general updates to a house rather than kind of going room by room. This video I'm making, I wanted to make it room by room, but it's going to be painting the whole entire house a light color, having all the same flooring throughout the house, all the same paint when you paint that light color. Things of that nature are also going to help extremely so, making it airy, bright, and all of those things that you're looking for when you're looking for a Florida house. You kind of have to put yourself in their shoes. And then, like I said, if you're just wanting to stay there, it will help a lot. Just make your house look brighter. So those are my four things. Now, what I want to show you is I wrote down here what's changed in 2021. So these are still going to be the top four rooms. You're going to do your kitchens, your bathrooms, space, and then living room, of course. But for 2021, I ran numbers, or rather than numbers, I just ran some statistics to see what were the top things that people were updating or adding to their house in 2021. The very first thing is home office, adding a home office. A lot of us started working from home. And when you're working from home, you want a home office. So they either added to the house, it was like 90% turned a bedroom into a home office, and then 10% of them were adding on to the house to create a home office. But that was the number one renovated room in 2021 so far, is the home office. Second is recreation space or a game room, kind of go hand in hand. Recreation space, a game room. So I thought that was interesting too. And you know what? COVID related, it makes sense. We're in our house and we want to add some sort of space that we can have inside of our house for those things. So it was interesting, game room. And then it kind of goes back into I've got a kitchen. Number three was kitchen upgrade, and that's been number one for years now. And number four, learning space. That kind of makes me wonder, a lot of kids were being homeschooled or having to do virtual school, something like that from their house. So that has something to do with, I'm sure, the learning space. And then number five, the most renovated space in a house was outdoor space, lanai space. All of these, aside from a kitchen, that's normal and that was always number one. So it would be odd if it wasn't on here. But home office, recreation space, learning space, outdoor space, all of those to me are directly correlated with, as far as COVID goes, being stuck at home and making your house have some of those benefits that normally we wouldn't have. So that was interesting to me how that's changed. Now, I don't think it will stay that way. I think that we'll go back to, top renovations are going to be back to our kitchens, our bathrooms, our living room, all of those. It'll go back to normal, but that is interesting to me. So I would say, hey, if you've got a good office space, turn it into an office. If it benefits you, of course, turn it into an office. But then if you're going to sell it, maybe put a desk in there, stage it as an office, because that's something that people are looking for nowadays. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. It was great. I loved it. If you're looking to do renovations, let me know, because I do work with a lot of people as I help my clients find a painter, find a roofer, all of those things. And a contractor. So I can hook you up with those connections. That way, you're working with someone that's going to do a good job. But again, I am in Charlotte County, so Charlotte, Lee, Sarasota, I can help you in those areas. Outside of that, you're probably going to have to trust someone else to do the job for you. You guys have an awesome Wednesday. Hopefully that's helpful. If so, I love it when you guys comment below what you liked, what you want to hear more of, or if this video itself was helpful, definitely let me know. I would appreciate that. You have an awesome Wednesday, and I will see you next week.